I can see the comments and stuff, and I can't anymore. So I'm not sure what's going on with Instagram.
Did you hit I think you have to hit the circle in the middle.
Oh. No, it was live.
It was?
Yeah. Oh, maybe I wasn't live.
I got you.
Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Christina Rahm, and I think I'm live on YouTube and on Instagram. So we're going to try doing both of them because we have different followers on different ones. And I wanted to be able to talk to as many people as possible today because it's been kind of crazy. We've been all over the place. I actually I went to Cyprus, and then I went from Cyprus to No. I went to Dubai. I went to Austin, came home for a day, went to Dubai, went from Dubai to Greece, from Greece to the Turkey side of Cyprus, and then back to Athens. And now I'm home, and I will be leaving on Saturday for Monaco, and then at the Forbes event in Monaco. So it's the CEO of Forbes in the Monaco. So the way Forbes works is they have different branches. And we will be going from one branch, or we will be doing the Monaco branch and doing a Forbes event. I think Root is actually sponsoring the pre-party. Root and Dr. Christina Rahm, I think we're co-sponsoring the Forbes event, which will be music and models and different people that are really important. And we are very, very excited to be able to do that and to have fun while we get to see some of the Root people, get to meet more Forbes people, get to meet some of the most important people in the world at the event. And that'll be great. And then Clay and I fly to Florida to go to Michael Archie's birthday party and to see our kids for a week. And then I fly back out. I fly back out to Dubai after that with Ted Baker. So it's a really busy couple of weeks. And then just so you guys know, we are also going to be going to Malta and Indonesia and back to Dubai in November. So I am excited about all this stuff. I think you just muted it, babe. I'm excited about all the stuff that we'll be doing. Yeah. So we're a little bit off today because we're trying to do multiple channels, and you guys are probably being alerted that we are on multiple channels. And that's because we really want to be able to, like I said, touch both. We're going to see how this works to try to be on YouTube and to try to do Instagram at the same time. But we're just happy to be home because we've been gone
for a couple of days.
Clay looks exhausted.
Yes, I am.
And then, and I look tired too, but we had met so many amazing people along these journeys, and it was really amazing. We got to see a lot of the Root community in Cyprus. It was fantastic, I thought.
Okay, so what was the coolest part of your trip to Cyprus?
What was the coolest part?
What was your favorite part of the experience?
What was my favorite part of the experience? I'm trying to fix this, Clay. To Cyprus. There, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting better at this. We're trying different ways to handle it. I think my favorite part, honestly, was seeing everyone. Like, I loved seeing all the people there and hearing them speak and sharing their stories. Like, one of the things that happened is Clay held a birthday party for me because my birthday is tomorrow. Oh. And so just so everyone knows, I don't really like birthday parties. He knows that.
Your birthday is dedicated to the kids. You want to give everyone the secret on that?
So typically on my birthday, and I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this, I get 30 minutes to an hour with my kids on a private date. And then I get to go spend time with them. And it's, by the way, we messed up on YouTube, so some people won't be able to get on again. So that's why we're on Instagram. So the link doesn't work that we sent out to everyone. Of course. Because I messed up on it. But anyway, it wasn't anyone's fault but mine. But so on my birthday, typically I get to spend time and I get to give a gift to each one of the kids, which I do plan on doing tomorrow. And I'm trying to figure out how to make that work. My parents are coming in tonight, and I get to spend time with my mom and dad tonight, which I'm super psyched about, super happy about. And then the kids tomorrow and things at work, but we only have 3 days here. So we're really trying to give love to all of our animals and everything. We're very fortunate that we got to fly the kids into Austin. Very fortunate we get to be with most of our kids in Florida before I go back to Dubai. And then we're just trying to really, hi Tilly, I love you too. We're really trying to juggle everything so that we can make this an important thing, important journey, not just for others, but also for our family. And that's something I'd like to talk about today. That's a hard juggle, right? I don't have just one child. I have 4 children that came out of my body. And so when I have my birthday, I celebrate the fact that God gave me the ability to have these children and to love them and to share my life with them. And I'm just extremely thankful for that. But it's a struggle. We have gone from the Root community and Dr. Christina Rahm and Cure the Causes, which are all brands, to utilizing patents. And we're working on some stuff in the detoxification of nuclear waste space and environment space now. We really have moved to a different dimension and different area over the last
of expanding the lifestyle brand.
Yeah, we're becoming a lifestyle brand. We are going to keep Root involved in that, but we're moving to CTC, which is the doctor brand of products, which will go into places. And we're excited about that venture to be able to do that. We're going to soft launch that in Malta, bringing on Dr. Omar to be one of the doctors to really handle that. And then bringing on some of the Root doctors that we've been working on. It was amazing. The doctor
conversation.
Yeah. It was amazing.
That was, ridiculous to hear some of the data from not just the presentation from Dr. Keshkesh, but the other Dr. Alina and Anne. Is Anne Roland's wife? Yeah, Anne. With what they're seeing using the
Dr.
Trinity
Armand,
and
yeah, all of them. Dr. Ann, they were amazing things they talked about. Dr. Keshkesh gave 3 case studies that we can share because they're on Olympic athletes and performance and how they improved. And he even looked at different metrics from a medical perspective. You know, he's one of the top medical doctors in Hungary. We miss Dr. Tina. We miss Dr. Dory. We're excited to connect with them. I think I'm going to be on the phone with Shanaz, who's our bioscience engineer,
our resident NASA
that's part of ISNS.
NASA scientist.
So it was really neat to see all those people. But I think, like I said, I think it was the people. I got to see such amazing ambassadors in the Root community that are sharing their story all over the world. And they're just rock stars. They're literally heroes. I miss the people that couldn't be there, but I always understand when people can't be there. Life is not easy. Life has changes and you just kind of have to flow with it. And you can't get too uptight. Like today, Clay wasn't in here. So Clay, I started YouTube, accidentally said a bad word.
Which one?
It doesn't matter. I had to cut it off, and it started Instagram. I had to cut it off. So we restarted both because I was just so
you were
flustered. And now we're here. So some people were going to tell us they couldn't get on, and that's okay because it'll be aired on videos.
We'll see it afterwards.
So I was trying to figure out which one I could get on that we wouldn't have problems with, and I failed at both, just so you know.
Well, we failed pretty well.
Failed by saying a bad word, and I realized the other one I just started when I said it, so it was like cut both, restart.
Hey, why not?
So
I like it better that you're dropping language that I usually
okay,
use.
I did it by accident, and I hate it. I don't like to say bad words.
I usually do it by accident too.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
But I have to say this because I really want to speak up about it. There's something I want to talk about today. So you guys know I was in Dubai, and I've spent a lot of time in Dubai, and I've got to meet amazing people. I'm meeting some of the most prominent people there, actually, that are heads of their government in either Abu Dhabi or Dubai or Sharif and the different countries or the different major cities. Because the United Arabs of Emirates is like this whole area, but it has different like clans in different cities.
There's what, 7? Is there 7
I think
different?
There's 8.
Seven or eight different Emirates.
And Abu Dhabi is, known as the gas oil area. And Sharif is known as science innovation. Dubai is really your tourist, but they also have a combination of everything. And it's very, very busy. I will be there once a month. I'm trying to start a series on Root for Women, which I will be doing a podcast there. And we will be giving away money to different things for women in these different areas, they're really doing some great things to try to promote women and female businesses, and we want to be a part of that. So this has been a major push for us, which we knew as a company would be a lot to bite off in such a short time, and it has been. You never anticipate exactly how hard it's going to be, but I can tell you, having 3 to 4 hours of sleep was difficult. But I joined the European Women's Association and Root, and DRC partnered with them. So the European Women's Association is an association that is about women empowerment, as well as an organization that stands up against things that are not beneficial, important, or helpful to women. And they really are doing amazing things. And it's not just women, it's the men behind them. So Root is a partner along with other major organizations in the world. If you look at their website, we are definitely a partner for them. And I am an ambassador to the United States for the European Women's Association. So I got to go to all these meetings. And through that, I'm exposed to different religions, different lifestyles, different things that are not things you typically see in the United States. The people were amazing to me. The European Women's Association, I want to give a shout out, by the way, to Yulia and all the women that were there. They quickly became, honestly, friends of mine that I respect and I look up to. I think 12 or 13 countries were there from Europe, and their leadership. And it was an amazing meeting. Being able to meet with the banking system and speak at the financial district for the International Science Nutrition Society was an amazing event to me. But I got some kickback from people asking, being raised in a Christian home, how I was with being there. My answer is it was amazing. It was awesome. We are not here to divide. We are here to literally surround others with the love that we were brought up with. And I don't understand people even making those statements. And I really don't want them on my channels if they're going to.
No, the funny
I don't want to be a part
of.
of, Clayton and I are on the same page when it comes to this. We don't want to be a part of individuals that are judging or trying to throw stones at people just because they're raised in a different country or they're part of a different religion. That's not what we're about. That's not how we will ever do anything. We actually aren't even here to make a political stand one way or another. We are here to bring lifestyle changes from health, wellness, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, environmental changes that will really solve things. And being something that judges or throws stones is not a part of our vocabulary, and it won't be. And if people are comfortable doing that, and that's what they want to do, it doesn't need to be part of this community. That's not what I stand for. It's not what I've ever stood for. As a little girl growing up, I remember telling my mother, I don't understand when people treat other people like this. And I even remember saying, if this is what being a Christian is, that's not what I believe. That's not how I was brought up. And I even, it was interesting. One of the sheikhs that I met with had even Jesus on his phone. And that's a longer story. But again, we're there to promote healthy living and from a lifestyle perspective, and not just from a nutritional supplement perspective. Clay, you may want to jump in and talk about that, because I really want people to understand that, because it's something we are moving towards making environmental changes throughout the world, societal changes throughout the world, even fintech throughout the world, where we're looking at financial areas and different technologies.
Is that not an interesting part with how the evolution of the ecosystem has created the concepts of what other companies are trying to do, but most people that we've talked to cannot understand what the root ecosystem actually is and how it's constructed and why it's grown so fast and how it works, because it's more advanced than even what they're thinking of yet. But the spiritual aspect is what's really, really intriguing in this, right? Because you've had the opportunity. We've been in Asia, we've been in the Middle East, we've been in the US, we've been in Europe and Eastern Europe, and you have all these different spiritual bases, right?
Yeah.
But they're actually all the same if you dive down into it.
Yeah.
And while not taking a political position or a position on what's going on in the world right now, which I'm really good at, you can see the underlying issues of how people are being separated and indoctrinated into belief systems within a construct of Christianity or within a construct of Islam, and how they're separated, and they're not connected to their source, right? They're believing in a different narrative than what the entire basis of all of it is built upon. And
I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that.
no,
I mean,
but
I'm not
it's a
trying-
matter of cleaning people up. If you start to clean up your head and you clean up your body and you clean up your mind and your pineal gland and allow the light as we sit under today very, very effectively, because I think we have new lights and they're bright.
These are so bright.
I'm blinded.
I'm like, what is
I don't know what happened here, but I feel like I'm under the sun right now. And
they said it looks good. I'm like, wait, this is a lot of light on me.
it's like I'm glowing from one side, so I'm cool with it. But when you understand that if you get this operating system working properly and you start to receive the right signals, which also goes into the health aspect, the people that are freaked out over 5G and over all the frequency aspect, if you don't have the wrong antennas, right? If the heavy metals and all the other environmental toxins that act as the negative antennas and the fluoride that blocks your primary antenna, if you remove the bad antennas, you turn on your primary antenna again. And you're able to start receiving what we're made to receive, which part of that is sunlight, right?
Yeah.
You have to get out in the sun. You're not supposed to be wearing sunscreen, right? Because
you do, but you're not supposed to get burnt from the sun. It's great to be out in the sun, but not spend too much time.
You shouldn't
in the sun.
get cooked, right?
You
You need to
get
spend
burnt.
time in the sun.
Yeah.
And you should use your tea mist that has carrot oil in it.
Well, we don't make claims. We can't make claims on that because we didn't
just
go
to
up to the
protect your
label.
skin naturally, not to use chemicals or anything else, but to protect your skin naturally. So
Yeah,
you can
that's
look like you.
That's a really neat thing to say. So we pre-launched, brought some of the facial products to Cypress and Rahm Roast.
Oh, I was going to talk coffee.
Yeah, let's talk coffee. I need some coffee. I'm drinking tea. Stephanie Phelps, if you're watching this, I need
Well, we're
like
gonna
the
have
cold brew
we're gonna have
coffee.
brewing exercises tomorrow, and we will start
Yep.
making Rahm roast coffee as what is it, cold brew
Yeah.
in the office, and we're doing taste tests because as I asked you, what was the coolest part of the trip, right? For me, the coolest part of the trip was
And I
consistently.
didn't ask you. I am so tired that
I
I'm
know.
forgetting to be kind.
You don't have to ask me.
You asked.
I'll bring it up. I'm really good at that.
Okay.
But one of the coolest things for me was continually being able to introduce our community, our family and friends, right, to some of the things that we like. And then watching them respond, because there's not a lot of trust, right? People had to fly to a different part of the world. Our Europeans had it a lot easier. We had a couple Americans that came over. But mostly our Europeans were able to make it to Cyprus, and they went.
I don't think
they
we have
went
any
in
Americans
blind,
come over, honey.
just us.
Yeah.
They went in blind, right? Because they were going just on the trust of us to say that, okay, I'm going to go and we're going to go hang out. We don't know what it was like, and to continually see and hear responses from people on what everything was like. It blew them away. And then because, well, the majority of the world drinks cafe. Do this right. And we got to share this, a little Rahm roast. And what makes this unique is not just the process, but the finished ingredient, how it's done, and where the beans come from. Do you want to talk about this? Because this is the first zoated coffee. There will be other versions because this is Guatemalan.
Yeah.
But what is the whole philosophy around this whole zoated thing?
So I came up with the word zoated,
which is rare because usually I come up with the words,
Yeah.
but you knocked this one out of the park.
I wanted because it's detox backwards.
Oh,
That's what I just thought of it, but I think other people use the word for other things, not that. But it's because I feel like, and I said this to Clay when I came up with it, I think everyone has detox backwards. I don't think that people detox the right way, and we need to do it the right way where we're helping the body assist itself with healing. We don't make claims to cure anything. We don't make claims on things. Like I was reading something the other day where companies were claiming to do all these things. And if anyone's claiming things at the Root brand, there's an issue because really what we're doing is claiming to just help the body do what it's supposed to do by giving it what it needs to have so it does it. It's kind of like loving someone. You know, it's I say this all the time to Clay. It's not a great thing if you don't have affairs when you're married.
It's kind of a standard,
It's a
right?
standard, right? It's how it should be. But there's all these other things that you should do too. You should love right. You should forgive. You should be there. You should be present. And we all have a different definition for that. But I think it's really important that we remember this and that we do things the right way. One of the things I've been really happy about and that I'm thankful for is the way Clay loves me. He does things sometimes that really hurt me. And I tell him, this isn't right. You can't do this. And, you know, to give Clay credit, he'll say, you're right. I shouldn't have done that. And it's great to have this love and support because then I can be who I'm supposed to be. And hopefully I give that to him as well. Same thing with the inside of your body. It needs certain things that should be easy to give it, but it's not always, and you need to help. The products that we make at Root are some of those things that really help give things to the body so they can help with different things. Your eye is really, I don't understand. I've never seen it that way.
Well, it's because I'm really tired.
It's tilted.
I'm cockeyed right now.
I know. Look at yourself. What is that?
My body's weary.
Oh, wow. That's different.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Maybe I should put my glasses on. So
no,
you can't
I
see
think
my
it's
eyes.
because you're so tired.
Yes, I am.
But anyway, so giving your body, we slept more than 3 to 4 hours a night.
For the last week. Well, for you, 2 weeks. For me, the last week.
No, I don't think it's been, I think it's been a month.
Well, it's been
for
more
me.
than 2 weeks. Yeah, it's probably been a month for you. It's been at least 2 weeks for me.
So we're tired.
More zero in.
More zero in.
And
I don't know. I didn't take one this morning.
Part of it is the light in my other eye is making me look weird.
Well, anyway, I got off topic. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, that's what is so important. That's what is imperative, is that you give your body what it needs to support itself. And that's what I think our products are meant to do, not to make claims. But once you give the body what it needs to do and what it needs to have, it thrives.
Your
just like
body's
I've been able to
do some
thrive
things.
because of you.
Oh, well, I kind of thrive because of you. We couldn't create what's been created and continue to do without the partnership.
That's right.
Right, because usually things are better in pairs.
They are. Usually life is better if you share it with someone else and if you give the love you need to others. And that's true.
Because it resonates.
It resonates. And your cells are better in your body if you give it what it needs to thrive and survive and be amazing. And that's what we try to do in the Root community.
Yeah, and Marco made the comment of my second favorite part of being at the event, and that was throwing Harry in the Mediterranean.
I saw that.
It's
love
on
Harry.
video. It was amazing.
It was awesome. Harry and Sandy and Peter.
We had a bunch of
and
people
Ariel,
that did the Mediterranean dive.
And Dr. Keshkesh Juja. There's a lot of people out there.
It was a good time.
Who was out there? Because I missed that.
Um,
I got in late, guys, so I wasn't there on time. I was in Dubai and Abu Dhabi doing meetings for us and for our community and for DRC and for the patents to help with different things in the environment. Clay was holding down the fort with Ted Baker and Patrick and Duquesne and Matt.
Yeah.
And then
and Stefan.
and Stefan. And so tell me who
The list is long.
No, who jumped in the water?
It was a long list. I don't even have everybody.
Mm.
But I can give props. We got to throw Harry in a couple times. It was the second time in like 5 years that Harry's actually had a bath, which is great. That was amazing. The first time was when he jumped off the boat the day before. So
Someone's at the door trying to visit
the
us.
coolest thing was watching Regina dive in. And Regina's one of our most outspoken ambassadors. Oh, Tilly's on the outside.
Tilly's on the outside, but
at 76, she got up on the top rope and made a perfect dive into the Mediterranean and embarrassed all of us with our form. I tried to dive in like she did and just crushed myself.
my friend Joy was like, Christina, she is so beautiful. How is she built like that? And Joy goes, I want to look like her when I'm her age. But anyway, no.
In 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, for Joy, it's 30 years. So, but that speaks to, as Regina goes over, I mean, she's using clean slate.
Years.
Yeah, it is, because Joy's not 50.
Almost. Yeah.
So
I think maybe this year. I can't remember. Yeah.
So the the aspect of
Maybe not.
what Regina's doing, right? She's doing a lot to take care of herself. She uses a lot of clean slate, zero in. She uses four or five zero in a day. She's using Relive Greens. She's using mitochondrial support now, natural barrier support, everything. And she looks amazing, and she's feeling better than she ever has. And it's, I think, with her book of writing the traumatic experience that she went through with the bad relationship she had, and how the use of zero in and everything has helped her overcome that is insightful too. You come here. You come say hi. Come here.
Come say hi, Tilly.
Come up here. Up here. What? The one way you can get Tilly's attention. Here, say hi. What? What?
Let's see if we can get Tilly.
Where is it? Come here. Up here.
Come here,
No,
Tilly.
I'm not going to throw it. Come up here. Yes. This dog will do anything for a tennis ball. She's like, oh, I'm paying attention now. What? I got it. You get the ball.
But you guys know, so listen, so people
you
ask
learned
me.
some interesting stuff from National Geographic too.
That's
while we
what I
were
was going to say.
traveling.
People were trying,
What?
people were talking to us about their animals when we were there, because some of their animals were on the root products. And I said, absolutely, you can use the root products for animals. And then I talked about Tilly. And then I showed Clayton an article in National Geographic, and it's all about animals and how even rats feel empathy. So they can recognize someone they've seen before, like your eyes, your mouth, even rats, right? And
So if you treat them right,
they know, they care,
They know
they feel if you're hurting, they feel. And they had this dog named Stella. And Stella, they taught Stella, because we know now that animals actually can communicate. They just can't talk the way we talk. So you can teach them like buttons that say yes, no, stop, play, I love you, etc., etc. So this little dog named Stella would want different things. And they figured out that with Stella, when she wouldn't get what she would want, she started doing this. She hit love you, no. Like if she wanted to play and she hit play and they wouldn't play, then she'd hit love you, no, repetitively. When they played with her, she'd hit love you, yes. Isn't that amazing? That's so amazing to me. And they even know that animals can recognize numbers. So they know the difference between like 78 and 69. They can understand the difference. But what they really started understanding is they definitely understand how people feel. They know if you're their owner or their family or someone taking care of them, right? They feel differently and they get sad when you leave. And so this was making me feel horrible while we were gone. I felt really bad about my younger two kids, but my parents were with them and my older two sons were with them. So that always makes me feel better.
This opens up the question. Who misses us more when we're gone? The Tilly dog or the kids?
I think Merritt Kreider and even Preston.
Who
because he wasn't
expresses
with
it
us.
better? Yes.
I don't know. I got to lay down in bed with Merritt this morning and talk, and I loved it.
Well, that was a good trade.
And I got to see Kreider last night and this morning and Merritt, but they missed me and I missed them, and I'm sure they missed you too.
Probably not.
Rahm
Not so
roast, by the way, I don't know when it's going to be out. I also don't know because
we are finishing packaging and we're getting more of the concentrate done to make sure that we can have large amounts of inventory. Because I know one thing, when this stuff gets in people's hands or when we make it available, it's going to go bonkers. If you like coffee, like if you're a coffee drinker, and here's what I learned, because I stopped drinking coffee when I was 8, but the lip plumper is coming pretty quick.
it is.
This month probably. But this stuff, if you drink coffee, if you've had bad coffee, like if you've been to Starbucks or other places that kind of burn the beans or it's not the highest quality.
Yes, it's the toxin-free one, the one that we detox.
Not only toxin free, it's completely past that. But
What is MR?
that's Master Roaster.
Master
That's
Roaster.
Salim. So the bitterness that you get of coffee, right? When you drink it, you have that bitter flavor, and then you try to get the flavor of the coffee. The bitterness is gone. all you get is all the floral citric-y notes, specifically of the Guatemalan beans, right? Which is what we started with. And we started with Guatemalan beans because Guatemalan beans right now are the most popular beans in the world because of their flavor. And we get them so quickly that there's no chances for mold and mycotoxins. And then from the time that they're ordered, they're shipped from Guatemala, they're to our roaster, and they're in a bag is about 15 days. So unlike coffee in America that sits on warehouses and sits on boats and storage facilities where it's warm and dark and a great opportunity for mold and fungus and other stuff to grow, they're not put in that environment. So they're bulletproof.
We're excited about it.
It's
tastes really
outstanding.
good.
It tastes like
smooth.
nothing. If you've been drinking coffee for a bit, this tastes
Yes,
like
they're
nothing
fresh
you've ever
roasted
had.
beans in the bottom. You have
Fresh roasted, as fresh as you're gonna get.
We're going to make it consistently, so we always have fresh roasted beans, and that's not always easy to do. So people are saying that they're waiting on Instagram because we're on 2 channels. We're trying this. They're saying they can't wait for the coffee.
Oh, this is going to change the game. If you're, like I said, if you're a fan of coffee, this is about as healthy as you're going to get because of what we do to it. And we had this tested. We gave everyone an opportunity to try it. And then we gave them a challenge because we gave it to them for a day. And then the next day they were able to go back to drinking the coffee that they had at the resort. And it's dramatically different. It is traditional coffee is no longer tolerable, which is great that you can have an experience.
You don't even drink coffee. Do you like this coffee?
I love the flavor of this. I'm still not a huge coffee fan. I would add my Give Me Back My Youth, but not being a coffee fan, but tasting this because there's no bitterness. You get all of the citric aspects of the beans, which I was curious to see how this would end up in a mass manufacturing basis that we're doing after we did the custom roast, the playing with things, because you got to make sure that you have everything right and dialed in, and we knocked it out of the park. But just the first taste, and even from a noob like me that doesn't really have a palate for coffee, but it's weird because it's the antithesis of everything that you're used to. So it will be fun.
It'll be fun. So
it's only available through the Routiverse. Well, initially, it'll be on shelves here pretty quick as well because, well, it's coffee and it's amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna do things a little bit different with this one. We're gonna run it through Root, and then we're gonna have you guys bring it on shelves if you can. We have some, Root products on shelves here in Nashville at Urban Market.
Yep.
We're planning on expanding that and even possibly going into things like Ulta and Sephora, but the Root community is going to be a part of that, and we'll explain it as we go, how we are bringing you guys in. This is your company, right? It's not just ours. And so we're all going to do this together. It's going to be fun, and we're going to expand things, and we're going to have solutions. That's what we're here for all over the world.
There's a cool question about is coffee actually good for you? And
it does have antioxidants and different things in it if it's made right. The problem is there's bacteria, fungus, mold in a lot of the coffee. So you have to be careful how you do it. We did a process with it so it cleans the beans before they're roasted. And we're really excited about that process. It's just the next step into us really trying to help people clean their bodies, clean the environment, and clean things all around us. So,
well, while I was flying into Cyprus, I found an article that had actually just been published day of. So it was last week that it was published. That I forgot how long the study was, a couple of years or something like that. Looking at coffee drinking and what they found is that drinking 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day actually extends your life.
Yeah, I knew that.
And
also makes you lose weight.
Decreases risk of cardiovascular disease and diabetes. So
that's because it controls weight. Because when you drink coffee,
the stimulant aspect helps your metabolism.
But having a coffee that I know that we're really focusing on the antioxidant effect of coffee and making sure it's healthy for people is amazing to me. I'm very excited about it. And I'm very excited about our ability to really take one more step into helping the body be its miracle that it can be by giving it what it needs.
And in being the lifestyle, it's just
Your body needs sleep.
yes, it does.
I just do. So you can't just take our products and never sleep. That's what I said to
That's
our
facts.
group the other day. I'm like, here, we got to be good examples. We got to be better examples. But again, we did know this was our push. This is what we were going to do for the next couple of months, and we're doing it. And we're doing it for the right reasons. I said to my mom this morning, I was talking to her on the phone, and I said, you know, I believe God only gives us what we can handle. And my mom said, you're right. And I said, and God knows my heart. And so I don't have arrogance. I don't have greed. I don't have, I just have true love and following him to do the right thing in life. And that's what I hope we all do, right? It's hard. I have to get on to myself. I have to hold myself in check because sometimes I feel like coming in. And the minute it comes
I keep you in check.
not really. You only say good things to me.
Oh, well, isn't that the point? Isn't that how
It
I keep
is,
you in
but-
check?
but
Because
sometimes I don't do
you're
things
too hard on
perfect.
yourself.
Pretty hard on myself.
Yes.
I never think I'm good enough because I have so much to do and so many people to help. So we're on this journey together. And I want to say a special thank you to the Cure the Causes community, the Root community, especially. You guys have been fantastic and amazing. Stay tuned.
And if you're a cool person and you're here, thanks for coming.
yeah, just
If
think
you're
for-
not a cool person and you're here, don't come back.
I say that all the time. If you're really here to do the right thing and to shed light on others, then please join us. If you're not and you're here for the wrong reasons, please don't. We're here to do the right thing, and we need good people. And that's the best thing you can have in life are good people that help you with everything. So have an amazing day. We're very thankful for everyone in this community. What do you always say? Konnichiwa?
Konnichiwa, my friends. See you soon.
Yeah, there was 298 people, but